and welcome back to Go Rust. This is a Wednesday night live stream where I focus on mostly just coding, and I'll do some explaining of stuff as I run across what I need to. The idea for this project is we're creating a crate, a Rust crate. This is a project I've done in Python, and I'm just re-implementing it in Rust so that it can have a similar feature set for at the very least, me to use inside of Rust projects. But it's an opportunity to have code that I've already done and worked with, so I can focus on architecture of an application. I'm not used to dealing with just structs as an example and do more composable stuff. I'm very familiar with object-oriented programming. And so this is an opportunity to learn to work with a different way of constructing applications. So in last week's episode, I ran us through my main.py, which basically gets a different provider for the various types of accessing data. And then we come down here, we do our providers, instantiate them, get our secrets manager, and then we have a consistent way to gather data out of various providers. In this case, environment provider or a config file provider. In our code, main, we got it working. So we set up, I just did all of that, and I am not sharing my screen with you. So let's back it up. There we go. So over here, we have various providers, env provider, config provider, secrets manager, instantiating the new object. And then if we want to get the environment variable that we want, we just pass it in and it will fall through the order. If it's not an environment variable, it'll go to the config file and return it back. So we did that in Rust. And so we have our environment provider. We're configuring the config provider because we want to try to figure out, like, hey, what configuration file are we going to get? And then oftentimes in config files, we'll have some sort of delineation of the, like, hold on. There we go. Yeah. So here we have default and we have fun. Sometimes you might do the default profile thing, and then you want to do foo inside of that. So if we pass in what we want, we can pass in that full path, quote unquote, but we want to break it down to figure out what we need. So in this case, I'm doing a terrible job here. Secrets. So we want the secret name foo. Anyway, we're creating the new secret manager. We're passing in a vector of the environment provider and the config provider up there. And then we're going and we're retrieving the secret that we're after, matching and returning, or mostly in. So we're really getting closer to how it's actually supposed to work. What I wanted to do this week is add AWS Secrets Manager to it. So that's going to figure out. Can't talk. So we are going to need to configure AWS Secrets Manager as a provider in our system. Really, it's going to act similar to the config provider because I want to be able to do a fall through. So let's. Yeah, here we go. Let's do AWS Secrets Manager Provider. All right. Let's see. Okay. So in this case, yeah, we want to get the secret manager. How do we want to configure? Like in my thing, I have. So as a prerequisite to this, my system is configured for pulling my stuff to access AWS. So if I do, of course, we're gonna do that. AWS secrets manager list secrets rep name. Yep. So I have this dev app password as an example secret for us to pull. That pulled from AWS, so I have my credentials set properly. I just wanted to show that that worked. So let me copy that. And then just as an example, we're gonna, whoops, because I am dumb. Dev app password. There we go. Right? Dev app password. Yep. There we go. Cool. Do. So we have some decisions to make. Sorry. How do we want this fall through to happen? Do we want to go down the route of like config where we can do default? So if I recall correctly from the implementation, if we do secret name, um, yeah, do fun. We run it. We get Baz, which is the secret. Uh, it takes in this string and then breaks it down so that it knows, hey, let's get this profile, this section of the config file, and then we'll get the value out of that. In the case of environment, wow. In the case of environment variables, uh, there's not really a breakdown that you can do. It just goes and finds that string, pulls it out. So we have a decision here. Do we have this as our secret, and generally that's the string that it's going to be. If we provide that string, so kind of the purpose of this system is that I want to be able to set, say, a DB password as an environment variable. Then I want DB password to also be in SecretsManager. And what I want to do is I want to do env DB password and it return wherever this is because I have multiple providers. If we get into the dev /app/password moniker here, DB password. Whoops. Then we kind of start running into the issue of um, it doesn't fall through. So what we could do is we could be opinionated on this, and that's probably what I'll do because I'm mostly writing this for me. If other people want to contribute, add to it, cool. We can figure it out. Uh, so what we might do is, well, pass in the string this with a delimiter to config whatever the last thing is. That's the thing that it uses for pulling from an environment variable. Then, when it comes to the AWS Secrets Manager, it uses the whole string to pull it in. Yeah, I think that works. Let's do that. All right, so we're going to do a delimiter here. And then this actually should be option, right? Okay, cool. That didn't break on me. We're doing a retrieve. So here we go. Nope. All right. We want if okay, yeah, some delimiter equals, yeah, ampersand self-referential self dot delimiter. And I think this is if let some delimiter. Let's look at what they're providing here. I have no what? That was interesting, but not what I wanted. Um, man, my brain is just blanking on if let. Uh, I don't know that that's what I want, and I don't know the right way to do what I want. Let's see. gonna copy this struct in a function. I want to check if delimiter is set. If it is, then in the rest of the function, I want to but that's not true, is it? That's not true. I mean, in Python, let's work through this in what I would do in Python, and then we can think about this. So in Python, say it's a class, and I'm in retrieve, I would do if self.delimiter, yeah, I would do secret name equals, oh no, I have secret name up there already. I would do, shoot, stop it. I would do secret name equals secret name dot split, and then I would do by self dot delimiter, and then I would do -1. That would give me the secret name. Then when we got secret name down there. But what I just saw that ChatGPT did is actually potentially a really cool solution. So let's look at it. Secret name dot if let mute secret name just do name equals string. No, we want to do secret name dot get name dot to string. Okay, so name equals name dot split by the self dot delimiter. So that's going to split everything. So in this case, because we're going to pass in slash, so we want to collect. But what we want to do is we want to vec. No. Collect a vec of stirs. Dot join by the underscore. You know what? Let's do back of ampersand stir. So a split, the pattern can be a stir, a car, whatever. Collect. I think it's dot iter. All right. Rust split a string. Okay. So this is a stir, and we're splitting based on that. Okay. So let's just do that to start. Forget collect. Oh. Okay. I kind of okay. Well, we're gonna back it up a minute. Back it up. Back it up. Uh, if okay. I feel like I had that at one point in my iterations, and now it broke. Okay. So we have a split. Okay. Okay. And the split returns a split. Um, so if we want a vec of strings, we do a collect. Okay, collect. Yeah, I could have sworn I had that, but maybe not. All right. If name. Okay, so now we have our names. Now we have our name chunks. Let name equal yes. That's what I want. Awesome. That's what we want right there. Yes. I think we're good. So what we've done is, and I got to do some testing, is we have changed this in such a way that now if we want to do this, we could actually do it in reverse. We're not going to worry about it right now. If we do env dev app password, it'll convert it to dev app password when trying to pull it from our environment variables. So we have the same structure, just a different call. We could do it the other direction where which might be better. It actually might be better where we pass in what we want and it replaces with slashes. That keeps environment provider simpler. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. All right. So here we have a delimiter. Actually, we're going to do a delimiter from and a delimiter to. Then I'm going to do a thing that I just learned about today. Do direct, no, possible find to default. Yes. So then I'm going to do impl is it implement default for, there we go, some limiter from this to that. Okay. All right. I mean, we could probably workshop this a little more and make it more flexible, but for now, we're going for our base implementation. So in this case, we want to do let name equal secret name. Yeah, that's what we want. Just do a okay name for now. Yeah. So let's kill this, kill that. All right. Do. Does that make sense for a config file? I mean, really, yeah, you could do this, but it'll work. Yeah. So if I do, what is it? Oops. Fun foo equals what's up? Secret was up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cool. So if I do div app password, that's another thing to account for. Excuse me, sorry. Uh, name dot lower. Two name dot two lowercase. There we go. Just want to put that there. All right. So yeah, I think we're doing good. Let's see. Now we have to actually implement getting it from AWS. All we've been doing is like setting structure and trying to figure out how we want to interact with it. So let's go over to our crates, AWS. Yeah. SDK. AWS REST SDK. Eight hours ago, there was a release. Cool. Let's see. All right, secret manager. All right, this is what we're after. I don't I don't want to use it with Tokyo. Yes, it's possible. The reason I don't want to use Tokyo is it adds extra complexity that I don't want to worry about right now. Uh, Maybe sometime in the future, all I want is just simple, like, hey, just pull it in, let's use it, and move on about our day. You don't always have to have async code. It's nice, but it's like there's no point in having it if you don't need it. And that's why I don't use it by default, because because there's no point. I mean, it's just how it is. Yes, especially while SDK is designed to work well with Tokyo, it is not strictly necessary. You can use other asynchronous runtimes, such as async standard, or even use it in synchronous context with some adjustments. Here's how you do synchronous. Here we go. Using it as purely synchronous context is more complex because the SDK is designed around asynchronous. Yeah, and I understand and I appreciate that. But again, just jumping to async right away is not always the right choice. However, you can what? No. However, you can work around this by using Tokyo runtime in a block mode. Okay. Runtime. Tokyo runtime. Yeah. This is what we're going to do. All right. Let's see. Cargo add Tokyo and Tokyo. Let's see. Sync. Okay. Hopefully. We'll find out. All right. In our retrieve up here, Actually, let's do use Tokyo runtime. There we go. I'm going to come down to our provider here. So we're going to do let RT equals, right? Yep. RT dot block on async. There we go. We're going to do, all right, let's just work through this. Say SecretsManager client. So let's go here. Copy. Okay. Yada. The client for invoking SecretsManager, each operation on AWS SecretsManager is a method on this struct. Send must be invoked and generated. A config is required to construct a client. For most use cases, the AWS config crate should be used to automatically resolve this using load from config. Since this will resolve an SDK config, which can be shared across multiple different SDK clients, this config resolution process can be customized by calling AWS config from env instead, which returns a config loader that uses the builder pattern to customize the default config. In the simplest case, we do this. So let's copy this. Okay. Use AWS config. Whoops. All right. Use AWS config load defaults. Okay, let's look at this. It's an async load defaults or returns an SDK config. Convenience wrapper equivalent of AWS config defaults behavior version load await. Okay. Let's do this. Oh my gosh, I don't know what behavior, like what the freaking crap. Can we just not have this work? Like, is it so freaking hard? See, apparently this is the bad way to do it. I mean, load from env. Like, I don't. Oh, it's so frustrating. We're going to use it for now anyway. I don't care. I don't care. Okay, so client. So we have a client. So now we can go to the docs. Whoops. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Cargo add, cargo update, Tokyo, features full. All right. Cargo install. Cargo update. Cargo install. Cargo build. Okay. Okay. So I needed the full Tokyo in order to do runtime. Awesome. Interesting. And that's interesting that. What? Didn't we just go through this where you was trying to do the default load from. I don't know. I don't know. Just leave it alone, buddy. Leave it alone. Make calls with the client. I really want to swear. Uh, okay. Region package client error. Opt. Don't care. Show secret. Client.get secret value. Secret ID. Send and await. Okay, this is what we need. Shared config from M to region. Okay. I don't know what this is about. So we're calling get secret value, secret ID. Maybe that's an old thing. I don't know. Secret value, secret ID is name dot to lower case dot send. Dot await. In this case, we're doing dot await, and then we do response dot. Actually, we'll do okay response dot secret string dot unwrap. Consider specifying the generic arguments. I don't know what that means. Oh. Sure, why not? Trait with a similar name exists. Of course it does. Of course it does. No freaking clue. Okay. Expected enum result. Blah, 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 blah. I have no idea what I am doing. I mean, in this case, we're doing client get secret value, client get secret value dot secret ID, name, send, await, response dot secret string, response dot secret string. Oh, still didn't help. Um, let's see, no value. Secret response, secret string, unwrap, or this code, and I get this error. Problem is that doesn't work because you need to add the E to the impl, and then that doesn't work because the trait isn't constrained. So something is wrong somewhere, but I am too unfamiliar to know what. Type inference failing when returning the result from the async block. Hmm. Okay. Oh, interesting. All right, let's yeah, just returns that. This is kind of what I wanted to do, where I was heading. Okay, so this should work. All right, let's do box new. There you go. I'll do that. Oh wait, I don't need cargo run. There it is. There's the secret. Oh, thanks. Didn't realize anyone was watching. I've been so focused on the thing. Yeah, so this is awesome. So everything falls through. Oh, properly. All right. And I will say, crap, where'd it go? This does make sense because I'm using this bar error, which I need to figure out how to do error handling properly because I haven't figured that out yet. I am doing this synchronously, so we're doing that. I do like that you can wrap this async stuff into a little runtime block. We'll abstract that out later. And then load from env is awesome. It's like in Bodo 3 and Python. So that's good. Creating a new client. This is actually an interesting API right here. You're doing the get secret value. Okay, so it's a builder path. Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. And then you're sending it, you're awaiting it, blah, blah, blah. And then you're matching the response. Man, this if let like hurts my brain. So if there is something, let secret string do it anyway. Basically, if the option is there and there's something there from the secret, then we want to set the then we want to return the result, the OK result. Otherwise, we're going to use the bar error because, again, I haven't taken the time to learn errors properly. If there is a error, return the not present because awesome. So this works. I mean, I think we're making strides. We are making strides. Out of curiosity, let us do was it DB crap dev app password, I think it was, because I just don't remember. Equals sub. There we go. There's our secret. What's up? So yeah, so we have the proper fall through where it starts from our environment variable. We don't have it in a config file, so it goes and checks our AWS Secrets Manager and pulls it down from there. So we have a proper cascade through our providers. The nice thing is, at this point, if I'm understanding, and I'm totally going to read about this later, just to make sure my understanding of Rust is correct. I put my finger on the wrong place. Since I have, I'm going to delete this. The trait, provider trait here, other people should be able to use this whenever I actually package it into a crate to create their own providers, because you might do a vault provider or I don't know, whatever. There's tons of things out there. And then they should be able to package this into the secret manager here to do a cascade. So I think we're getting there. I think this is a lot of fun. I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop. Oh yeah, holy crap, it's late. Didn't realize the time. So yeah, for those that are watching, I thank you. I really appreciate it. This was a lot of fun. I think this is gonna be a fun little library. Next time I jump in on this, we're gonna do more code organization and like how to actually figure out how to actually package this up as a crate. The time after that, if not next time, I'm going to work on the errors and actually do proper error handling. And then hopefully I think it'll be ready to release as a crate. So still a lot more to learn and figure out. And I'm just having a lot of fun doing this. So thank you for your time and I thank you for watching. And thanks for the comments, guys. I really, really appreciate that. I will see you all next time. Now to